All right, let's talk about the F-35. It's the most expensive weapon ever, but is it the best? So get this, a secret military report comparing two legendary jets was buried for years. This report was all about a head-to-head showdown between an old favorite and a new powerhouse. You had the A-10 Warthog, a legend with ground troops, facing off against the new F-35. Congress actually mandated this fly-off. They wanted to see which plane was better at three critical missions. First up, close air support, or CAS, basically protecting our troops when things get hot. Next, there's forward air control. Think of it as being the eyes in the sky coordinating attacks. And finally, combat search and rescue. This is all about saving pilots behind enemy lines. But here's the catch. The report shows this competition wasn't exactly a level playing field. Turns out, the combat environments were simplified, with no live ground troops. Plus, key findings? Totally redacted. Yeah, even the Pentagon's own report basically said the whole test setup wasn't very realistic. Okay, so this whole fly-off controversy, it points to a much, much bigger story about the F-35. We're talking about a staggering price tag. The total projected cost is $2 trillion. And that number covers everything: pilots, fuel, maintenance, and constant expensive upgrades. And it gets worse. The Government Accountability Office says those long-term costs are just skyrocketing. Right now, each F-35 costs over 60% more per year to fly than the Air Force's own target. But it's not just about the money. There are some serious questions about its actual performance. One of the biggest issues is range. In a place like the Pacific Ocean, that's a huge problem. Because its range is so short, it needs these big, slow refueling tankers, which are easy targets. And as the Air Force gets ready to retire the A-10, we're at risk of losing critical skills. You have A-10 pilots saying that all their specialized knowledge for helping ground troops might just disappear. And even though the F-35 is supposed to take over that role, its pilots aren't getting that training. So you put it all together, the cost, the flawed test, the strategy gaps, and you get to the core problem. At this point, after all the time and all that money, the program has become too big to fail. Which leaves us with one big $2 trillion question. Can a program this big ever truly be held accountable?